Good morning. It's day 36, and you can't tell where I've been. You can't tell where I'm going because it is so foggy. But it is pretty chilly as well, but I'm sure that it will warm up. Yesterday, coming up to this lodging, I left you in the barley field or whatever that was, a field that I crossed, and then it went straight up through all kinds of stuff, including a chain link rope that you had to pull yourself up on. It was not good at all. They probably should change the sign to say, "Go along the road." So I said to the host, I am not going back down the same way that I came up to get back to the path. She said, "Oh yeah, just go along the road." So that's what I'm doing this morning. So I want to fill you in on my hiking buddy from yesterday, Irvin. I was sitting on the bench telling you about the chocolate specks in the buns, and I was just putting my things away, and up comes this gentleman down the path, and he said, "You're Carol from Facebook." And I said, "Yes." And it turns out he's a pilgrim and had been following the pilgrim page, and I always share my posts on the pilgrim page. And so he knew he was behind me, and it was interested in what stop I was going to be at next. And he said, "I wondered when I was going to catch up to you." So that was kind of fun. And we did spend a couple of hours on the road together through some very, very muddy, marshy places. And then once I got to my lodging, an hour or two after I got in, a second pilgrim came, a gentleman from Germany, and I put my hand out to shake his hand. I said, "Hi, I'm Carol." He said, "I know, from Facebook." So I'm famous from Facebook. His name is Klaus. He's from Austria, and he's spending the night at the same place I am tonight. So we had a nice conversation over dinner, and again, he was behind and wondered when he was going to catch up to me. Both he and Irvin are going to get into Strandheimen a day earlier than I am, because I've split my last couple of days into shorter days. But getting into Strandheim on day 38, there will be some surprises, and I am so looking forward to that. Of course, this trip has been wonderful, and I'll share some reflections again on it later. But for now, I'll just keep trucking down this road, and I will check in again with you at my first break. Just a note about that accommodation for future pilgrims. It is pretty far off the path, so you'll have to walk back to the path in the morning. And she only accepts VIPs and cash. And this being 1 or 2 days before Trondheim, my cash got wiped out. So just be prepared that it's a pretty pricey accommodation, and you need to have the cash to cover it. So this is 20 kilometers or 12 miles for me today, and I think there is some climbing, of course, and we'll just see what kind of terrain we get to walk in today, but should be there, between 1 and 2, hopefully. The freshly mown hay smells so sweet, especially in the morning when there's a bit of fog. It's about 7:30 this morning that I took off. There should be lots of fun things to see. Look at this. Trondheim, 41 kilometers. That's about 25 miles. Yay! So I'm on a semi-deserted road here, And I thought this would be a good time to just share a couple of things that I'm glad I brought and things that I haven't needed. First of all, I know I look silly with sunglasses on my head with a foggy day, but the thinking is not only that the sun will come out, but it's one less thing to carry in my pockets or on my back. So one thing that I haven't used is this little carabiner here, okay? It's a regular carabiner, but it also has a little portion that swings up and turns it into an S-hook. And it was one of those purchases off of YouTube, gadgets that you can't live without when you're hiking. And the idea was you turn it into an S-hook, and then you can hang your bag on a tree, or if you're in a place that's dirty, you can get your bag up. I just throw my bag on the ground. So I plan to clean my bag thoroughly when I get home, because it's got sap on it from day whatever it was. So that's one thing that I haven't used. I just leave it on my pack just in case. One thing I'm really glad I did bring was a little snack baggie. I have some tall, skinny snack bags of baby powder. It's days like today where things are just damp, and when you get in and you're hot and you've showered, kind of nice to have. I brought like 2 tablespoons of baby powder in this snack baggie, and I probably have 1 tablespoon left. So I don't know, the guys watching would not do that probably, but maybe the women would. Speaking of baggies, I brought a couple of quart size Ziploc and 1 gallon size Ziploc, and I use those every day, transferring the packed lunch that I'm taking from my lodging or whatever. So the Ziploc bags are definitely a keeper. I haven't used as much mosquito repellent as I thought I would. I put it in a little tiny spray container like this, and it's in one of the pockets on the hips of my backpack. And I think I've only used it 2 days. So I think it's good to have it, but I haven't needed much. Of course, my power bank, that's essential. And I have a little tiny wallet that's very thin. It's got cards on one side, license on the other. I haven't had to show a passport. Sometimes in Europe you have to show your passport when you check into lodging, but haven't had to do that. So my passport is safely tucked away. So those are the only things I can think of right now. I may add to the list later. Don't you just expect to see Hansel and Gretel traipsing through this forest? Kind of a quintessential forest with the mossy floor. Time to get out the poles. Looks like it's muddy ahead. There go the nice dry shoes. This is listed on the map as rustic wooden shelter in the forest. And sure enough, it is. There's actually someone inside sheltering, so I'm just going to sit on the bench outside, have one of my famous buns, and I think I'm almost 5 miles in. It's only 9:39, so I'm making good time. This is labeled on the map as picnic table under tree, and here's our path going on. I am exactly halfway. It's only 10:30, so I don't think I'm going to have lunch yet. Maybe another little snack, but we'll see if there's a place to stop for lunch up a little farther on, maybe an hour up. Here's a little bit of the wondrous creation I got to observe today. I have about 4 miles to go. I am bushwhacking here through a lot of bushes, and just came through a forest that had some pretty steep downhills. I think most of the major stuff is done. Haven't stopped for lunch. I don't really see any place, so I may just go the whole distance and snack a little bit. I'm coming up on a gravel road, and that will be a welcome path. This is the largest, most beautiful peony I have ever seen in my life. I have no idea what this place is, but there are mucho picnic tables and turn around here, a view of the lake. So I have 2.99 miles to go, and I thought this would be a good place for lunch. It's leftover pizza. The pizza last night was excellent, so I took all the leftovers, and that's what I'm having for lunch. Off the nice highway walk and into the woods. I'm hearing a stream. I think this is the last woods portion of my day today. I've got about 2.5 miles to go. Pretty steep and slick, so they've given us a rope to hang on to. Not the steepest or the slickest that I've had to maneuver, but it was definitely thoughtful of them to put that rope there. What a beautiful way to end the walk for today. Still have a couple miles to go, but I'm going, gotta watch my signs here. I almost missed this one. I am going along a path. This is the one that I almost missed. Going along a path that's right along the water. So that's going to be a very pleasant mile or two. Well, it took some up and down to get here, but I am here. It's 2:06 and the seagulls are squawking. And here is my guest house, Strandheimen. Let's check it out. So I'm upstairs in this nice building and have a room to myself. My bathroom is down on the other side of the building, so it's just the bed. And to finish off the day today, I have something that you've probably never seen before. Miro, who I was playing Yahtzee with at the Gumdal farm, wears a kilt, a traveling wool blanket type of kilt. And I asked him if I could videotape him putting all the different ways that he wears that kilt, and he said yes. And then I forgot to ask him if I could post it, but I ran into him right before arriving today, and so I asked him, and he said sure. So I hope you enjoy this. It's very interesting, and this is how he travels minimalist. So, end of day 36. Tomorrow's a short day, day 37, and we're less than 20 miles from Trondheim. Have a good night or day, whatever it is for you. So, the traveling kilt here, all the different ways you can wear it. Good. We have a hostel full of Germans today. So, oh, nice. Okay. Yep. Belted around the middle. Yeah. And then even in the very cold weather, as a hood. Wow. Is that how you use it when you're sleeping in it? Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Well, there's another way. Just have to untie this.
Okay.
Tuck it in. And this one.
Yeah. Great. Great. Thank you.